welcome to the Ice Hockey Thailand podcast. I'm your host, Erik Fowlie, and we are doing our first ever podcast from the 8855 bar on Sukhumvit Soi 8 in Nana. And we're just going to be here talking about everything ice hockey in Thailand. I have been living and playing hockey in Thailand for the last 5 years. I'm currently playing in the Siam Hockey League and also a founding member of the Siam Inline Hockey League that we play at the Hockey Development Center on Belanger, Sukhumvit 93. And today we are joined with one captain from the new Flying Farangs Hockey League, Marc Spiegel, and also the founding commissioner, Belanger, to discuss the ins and outs of the new league, what the goals are for the new league, and everything else hockey related in Thailand at the moment. If you want to introduce yourselves, Michael and Marc.
All right, thanks for having us, Erik. Really happy to be part of this inaugural podcast about hockey.
I am so sorry.
Yep.
It just all of a sudden stopped recording. No, I hit record, but it stopped recording. So,
Heard Michael's voice.
right? No, it happened while he was still talking. I apologize for that.
It's all right.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the Ice Hockey Thailand podcast. I'm your host, Erik Fowlie, and we are on our inaugural podcast from the 8855 bar in Sukhumvit Soi 8 in Nana. We're going to be discussing all things ice hockey in Thailand. I myself have been playing ice hockey in Thailand for the last 5 years, currently playing in the Siam Hockey League, and also a founding member of the Siam Inline Hockey League that we play at the Hockey Development Center in Bangchak, Sukhumvit 93. But today, in our first episode, we are joined by two very special guests to discuss the brand new Flying Farangs Hockey League that will begin play in January. We have one of the captains of the league, Marc Spiegel, and also our founding commissioner, Belanger, to discuss all the ins and outs of our new league. So welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you, Erik. Thanks for having us. Michael Belanger, I'm the founding league commissioner, as you've mentioned. Really excited to get this new league off the ground. A little bit of background about myself. So I'm originally from Quebec City. Been living here in Thailand for about 8 years and playing hockey on and off. Playing ice hockey with all of you guys with the Flying Farangs. Played a little bit of roller hockey as well, and also ball hockey at the British club. So there's a lot of hockey stuff going on, and really happy to get the Flying Farangs Hockey League going in January.
Great. Marc?
Thanks, sir. Yeah, the same as Michael said, really excited and happy to be here today on the podcast. Nickname Messier, after the legend himself. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I've been living and playing hockey here in Thailand now for 21 years. I'm also a Thai citizen. So really excited we're getting this going, get back to our roots.
Awesome, guys. So how did this league come about? We've had the Siam Hockey League now for the last, I think, 8 seasons. And now we have a brand new league happening for the first time. I don't think it's fair to consider this really a B league in Thailand. I think it has the ability to maybe be a competing league here in the future. So how did this come about?
Great question. It's I think we've been talking about having a second league to the SHL for quite some time, and there's been a lot of talks. The SHL still remains the elite league in Thailand and in Bangkok, and our goal is not to compete with the league. I think when we look at the demographic of the players, we can see that the age difference is quite significant. The average age for the Flying Farangs Hockey League is about 40 years old, whereas the SHL is much younger. So we started to see that there is a need for some of the players that were aging out of the SHL, or some of the players that, quite frankly, love the game but just can't play at the level of the SHL. I mean, the SHL has got guys who have played in the minors in North America, who have played semi-pro in Europe, and our goal is really not to replace or to compete with the league, but to complement the SHL and to bring something a little bit different, a little bit more recreational, and to give access to more players in Bangkok and in Thailand. So when the idea really came off of trying to target other players. So one of the rule of the FFHL is actually we don't want to take any players that are part of the SHL. So that's one of our main rules, so that we give access to other players. And also we've made a conscious effort to try and bring women into the league because we see that as a great opportunity to diversify hockey in Thailand for adults. And I think that women in Thailand don't have the same access to ice time as men. So those were some of the key founding values that we wanted to bring into the FFHL. So a little bit more of a development league, more recreational, a little bit more diverse, both in terms of the type of players that we're targeting and just overall the essence, a little bit less competitive, so that we can broaden the access of ice hockey in Bangkok.
That's definitely a great opportunity, especially for the women, to give them a place to play. I don't believe there maybe has ever been a women's hockey league here in Thailand for them. And we're coming off of a couple of seasons of really great success for the women's national team program, winning a gold medal 2 years ago in the World Championship debut. And if not for a scheduling mishap, they would have won the gold medal in the promoted division last year as well. So it's definitely a great opportunity to involve more of them into the league. Like you said, the average age is 40. Is there an age limit for younger players?
So the league has a minimum 16-year-old age, so we're really trying to keep that a little bit more of an adult league. And when we're looking at, again, the average age or the age distribution, most of our players are 40 plus. We do have players that are in their 50s and 60s. So the younger players are really the minority, and actually many of them are playing in the SHL already. So that's why really our focus is some of the older player, and right now the minimum age is 16.
And so we have Marc. I guess some of the players that weren't even born yet when you first came and started playing hockey here in Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, next to, I think, Scotty Murray, Kevin Hall, and maybe one or two others, I'm pretty much the oldest veteran on the Flying Farangs Hockey League team now. For me, it's very exciting. Also, too, in terms of sponsors, I got Buddy's Bar and Grill to sponsor our team. And for those that have been in Thailand long enough would know that Buddy's Bar and Grill was originally Pelican. And I actually played for the Pelicans 20 years ago when I started out playing hockey in Thailand. So it's really, really nice to get Tom Nordell, who's the owner of Buddy's, back involved with us. He's very excited to be a sponsor. And it's just great. As Michael said, I mean, the average age is 40, but we have such a range. I mean, we have people as young as 16 and then going all the way up to 66 years old. So it's really good. And the whole idea, as Michael was saying, it's all about inclusiveness. So we want everybody involved, and we want to really use it as a development vehicle for those coming up, and also for an extension of playing time for older players such as myself and other people that may or may not have played or been playing in the SHL, just to keep playing. Those that like me have huge passion for the game.
It's definitely a great thing. In the past, we've only had the two leagues here in Thailand. We've had the Siam Hockey League, which goes from November to April-ish. Then we have the Bangkok Ice Hockey League, which starts kind of in the summer or American summertime. And outside of that, if you wanted to play in an organized league during that fall-winter period, there wasn't really an opportunity to play. So this is definitely a great opportunity for all the players who want to still continue to play, have an opportunity to play organized hockey still. I mean, Washington is still a lot of fun, and just being a part of a team, putting on the jerseys, having referees, having it be a real game, definitely gives it a different feel. It is a good opportunity to allow people to be able to do that. Because not everyone is picked in the SHL. They also, the league contracted from 5 to 4 teams, which did leave a few of the players on the outside looking in without a place to play for the season coming up. But when is the season planning on starting? When is our first game going to be?
So first game is January 12th. We're going to play on Mondays for basically the quarter one, so Jan, Feb, March. Also, we're going to have our team reveal. So we've done the draft with all of the 4 captains. So Marc, Dom, Ralph, and Simon have picked their team already, but we're keeping that on the wrap. We're going to have the draft reveal party here at 8855 on 9th of January, and then 12th of January is the first game. So we're going to have games at 8:45 and 9:45 on Mondays.
So I guess we're going to be losing both the shinny spots for about I think 8 weeks from January to February, because we're doing Thursday nights as well for SHL, Thursdays and Sundays. It just feels like a lot of hockey doing it almost back-to-back days like that. There's the draft reveal on the 9th, so they're keeping the teams a secret right now. I was trying to get it out of them before the podcast started, but they have to wait till the 9th to reveal the members of each team. So what are the team names? We have Marc wearing his jersey right here for we have the Rachata Reapers.
Rachata Reapers. So the original concept when we were first talking amongst the captains is we wanted to name different districts around Bangkok and then come up with the team names. So we have the Belanger Beavers, we have the Pattaya Wolves. It was originally the Assault Wolves, but the sponsor being from Pattaya asked him to just change from Assault to Pattaya. And then we have the Yanawan Devils. So those are the 4 teams.
I definitely like that concept. I think in the old, Thai World Hockey League, they used to do the districts and have team names like that as well. It's something that we've done in the CM Inline Hockey League also. We have districts and essentially mascots in there. Like my team this past season was the Kuntet Kryptonite. We also had the Ratanakosin Raiders. And compared to other leagues, we just have either a club name in the BIHL or in the SHL, with just the name of the sponsor. So I think that's nice to bring in the different districts of Bangkok. You have it feels more like a team name compared to just a sponsorship name.
We want to incorporate the culture in Thailand, and on the back of the jersey, you can't see it now, but we're going to have both the Thai flag and the nationality flag of each player.
Yeah, and the reason for the team names as well is to give a little bit more of a long-term feel for the league, so that sponsors may come and go, and we're really, really happy with the sponsors that we've got. So we've got Buddies for the Reapers, we've got Sedona Villas for Pattaya Wolves, we've got Capone's for Bangna Beavers, and we've got 8855 here for the Devils. But we're also conscious that what we want is to build that that sense of community and belonging around the teams and around those districts, so that over time people start cheering for the Beavers or for the Reapers, the Devils, and the Wolves. So having those team names felt to us a little bit more important, and obviously the sponsors are still crucial and important, but we also wanted to have team names and mascots and logos that actually are going to follow the team years over years, so that we can really build that sense of belonging and a little bit of rivalry as well between the district, between the cities. So we've got Pattaya, Bangna, Ratchada, and Yanawa. So also trying to build that, and hopefully we can expand. So this is our first season. It's a trial run with only 8 weeks, but I think our vision is to expand that to a little bit longer in the future, maybe closer to the SHL, so starting in October, November, and then finishing before Songkran. So right now we wanted to test the waters, see how much interest there was, and interest there is. We've got really great response from our sponsors, not only the 4 sponsors for the team, but we also have a league sponsor from Stash Away. We've got sponsors from Sportsmen for the player of the games, and also we've got a partnership with a charity with World Vision, who's also helped us to find some medical officers. So we've got some great community elements that are coming up and supporting the league, which basically gives us really great hope to improve and to build on to that first season.
I think there's definitely great opportunity for expansion. If you look at the Bangkok Ice Hockey League, which runs from May through September, we have 12 teams, and some of those teams have upwards of 16, 17 skaters. So there's definitely enough players in Thailand to continue to expand and hopefully add more teams in the future. How have you incorporated the community of Thai players that we have in Bangkok into this league? Because a lot of times if it's run by a foreigner-run league, some of the Thais might not even know about it, or might feel uneasy about going in and playing with people they don't really know. So how did you go about incorporating or recruiting some of these Thai players inside Bangkok to join the league?
That's a good question. So a lot of them already are playing shitty with us, and they're also playing with us in some of the different tournaments that we have throughout the year. So we went out and made it clear that, guys, look, this is really an inclusive league. It's really a step up from shitty to more competitive hockey, and we really want you to be a part of it. For the majority of the
up this core committee to help, run things. And one of the first person that stepped up and raised their hands, August, who's on the women's national team. She's helped us to also bring in other players. And without giving too much away, in each of the team, obviously we've got the captain, all 4 of them are foreigners, but all of the assistant captains will be Thai, so that we can also have, that bridge between the players and making sure that, we're keeping that cultural aspect alive and well. And again, in terms of demographic and split, we've got about 60% foreigners and about 40% Thai. So we do have a good mix of Thai nationals, and many of them have played for many years on and off and are just loving the game. Some of them are a little bit younger and moving up the ranks. So we've got a good mix and really good hopes for developing the game moving forward. And again, being part of the hockey movement in Thailand and supporting that community.
Well, you have two Thai captains. We have Marc here's a Thai citizen. Simon's also Thai as well. The 50% Thai, 50% Thai captains there. Definitely good for the younger players to get that game experience. I think there's a lot of practice and private lessons that are done here. It's done here in Thailand. I think that's where hockey seems to be going everywhere in the world. It doesn't seem like a lot of players don't get that game experience, which I think is really important for the younger players to have. It's a step up from shinny as well. For example, we have inline shinny a couple days a week, but when we started the league, the intensity just ramped up. Just because we put jerseys on and we did nothing, it was the same players that were coming, but we put jerseys on, we made it official, and the intensity ramped up. So I think that it will definitely happen the same for the FFHL compared to a shinny. I think you will see a higher level of intensity. People will have more, some passion for playing the game, wanting to win, wanting to have that advantage over their friends, being able to talk shit in the locker room after the game, after you're beating them. So have there been any rivalries that have already started before the season has begun?
Yeah, we've already seen that in some of the videos that the captains have posted. So there's been a few shots fired already between the captains, and certainly between the draft as well. There were a couple of disappointments and a little bit of frustration as to who picked who. We've tried to keep the draft as balanced and fair as possible, but like anything, there was some discontent and disgruntled captains who would have picked or preferred to pick certain players over others, and sometimes it goes your ways, and sometimes the draft order goes your ways, and then sometimes it doesn't. And we already see that there are going to be some good rivalries, and we know that even during shinny, sometimes things get heated, and we're expecting a little bit of the same. We're still trying to keep the league as clean and above board as possible, so we're going to be quite strict with the rules. But we certainly expect some good rivalries, and again, there's been a couple of shots fired already between some of the captains.
Hang on, but I also wanted to go back to the point you raised about development of hockey in Thailand. I can tell you when I came 20 years ago and started playing, with the exception of the Thai national team players that we had that were obviously playing at a very high level, there was nothing else really for the Thais. And I have to give a lot of credit to the movement on the Thai side of what's been done in Thailand in the last 20 years, the investment, not just in building brand new facilities for us to play at, but also the amount of money and time that the parents are investing to support their kids. They brought over an incredible amount of professional and former professional coaches to Thailand, and the level of skill now you see on the ice from 3 up to 18 is incredible. I certainly was not exposed to anything like that when I was a kid. I grew up playing pond hockey. We had gloves, we had a wooden stick, and we had cruddy skates, and we just skated until we couldn't see the puck anymore at night. That was it. So I think as far as Thailand goes, they're on the map. I think many people that are familiar with hockey in Thailand know Johnny Odoya, 2-time Stanley Cup champion from the Chicago Blackhawks. He came out and played with us over the years. He helped put us on the map. When he went back and told his NHL buddies that he came to play hockey in Thailand, several of them immediately booked their vacations here the year after. So people know about us.
It's definitely a great place for anyone to come visit as well. Thailand's a beautiful country, amazing food, great culture. There's definitely the skill level of the young kids, especially, is at a really high level. We're having some brand new 16-year-olds come to the SHL this year who have been very impressive early on. And they work on things that, say growing up playing pond hockey. I grew up in North Carolina. We didn't have that much ice really. We weren't doing skill development. We were doing like the U drill and dump the puck into the corner and fight for it. We weren't doing like learning all this skill stuff they do now. And the players are highly skilled. There's been a couple of the young players on the national team that have made huge jumps in the last couple of years as well. An example of one who's in the SHL right now, having a great season, is Gent has made great jumps in the last 2 years. He's really, really upped his game, and they're working hard. I think they're trying to put a program in place for all the talent to develop. I think it's definitely have an exciting future for hockey in Thailand.
The other thing that's happening is some of the parents are in a position to send their kids overseas to school. So some of the top Thai kids are playing in Europe, they're playing in the U.S. I'm really excited to see them come back and get on the ice with us again, because I know their skill level is going to go up exponentially with them having that experience overseas.
Oh, the goalie you guys had in mind, where you line state goalie, he's going to be very, very good. I think he's maybe 15 or 16 playing, and I think in Los Angeles he's very talented, and he's just going to continue to improve and then come back, and that raises the level of everyone else.
Correct.
Whenever you if you go overseas, you get exposed to different coaching and higher level of play. It makes everyone else have to rise to the occasion also. So I think it's definitely a very exciting future for Thai hockey here.
And I think they also get that from seeing some of the coaches, right?
Yes.
Some of the coaches that are here are half Thai, so they've grown up and played, as Michael said earlier, semi-professional, professional hockey in Europe, and now they're back here coaching and teaching the kids, and the kids just go crazy for them. They can't get enough. And it's exciting for the country.
Definitely exciting for the country. The Thailand national team will actually be in action this upcoming league for the Southeast Asian Games, looking to defend their gold medal from 2019, I think, was the last time it was included in the Southeast Asian Games. I think there's only 5 countries that are going to be putting ice hockey teams in. We don't have Vietnam, there's no Myanmar, Timor-Leste didn't put a team in this year. They've never had a team in this year. I think Thailand is looking to be the favorites going into that. Do you guys have any insight on the Southeast Asian Games coming up?
It's going to be an interesting one. I think you're playing their first game, both men and women, on the 10th at the Thailand International Ice Hockey Arena. Certainly something to watch. Thailand obviously had great development program in the last few years. Singapore has been obviously a little bit impaired with the loss of their arena. So they have to basically drive a couple of hours over to Malaysia to train. So that's been a little bit of a damper on their program. It's going to be on the home turf as well. They know the ice, they know the facilities. There's no travel, so they're going to be, we know that they've been ramping up their training for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. They've got a mix of older player and younger players. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're matching that, veteran blood with some of the young up and coming who haven't necessarily played international IHF level competition before, versus some of the other teams that are a little bit older, I think, and are bringing some older squads. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting tournament. I can't really tell for sure whether Thailand has the upper end, but obviously with the home turf, they probably have that home advantage playing for them.
They're definitely going to be packing the stands for the games. The crowds for the U18 and U20 World Championships were insane last year. It was a very, very loud arena with a lot of the local people coming out to support Thailand playing. The Thailand roster is very strong. Again, you said there is a mix of older players and younger players. We have one player, Jade, is making his senior team debut. I think he is 16 years old from Chiang Mai. He is very talented. As far as the other teams, Indonesia is going to be, I think, their stiffest competition. They just naturalized 4 foreign players for Indonesia.
From Russia.
From Russia. A couple of them are former KHL players. They are a little older now, but they're still very talented. And with those influence of those foreign players, similar to Thailand, when they have the foreign coaches come in here as well, Indonesia's going through something similar. Their local talent is getting better. So I think they might be probably the stiffest competition. The Philippines has a few players similar to Thailand. They have the half Filipino, half European or American or Canadian players, a few of them on their team. Singapore is kind of in a little bit of a slump. Losing your rink is definitely challenging. They have to go over to Johor, which it's close but not close at the same time, and it's also a smaller mall rink compared to here they have the very spoiled by having a full-size rink here. It's actually 2 full-size rinks here in Bangkok between the Thailand International Arena and also Samrong as well. And then Malaysia they're an interesting team. We scrimmaged them for the Flying Farangs right before the Land of Smiles tournament and actually beat them in a 1-goal game. But they had a couple of talented players on their team, a few guys that could really skate and move the puck. The goalies were both pretty good as well. I think you have to consider Thailand the favorite going forward. It's I think more competitive than the last time they did SEA Games. I think Thailand kind of ran away with it. It'll be more competitive than that, but I think they still will have the advantage. Does anyone know how you're able to? I think you have to get tickets for it.
You do, and I was actually at the rink yesterday asking them, and even though we're the host of the rink for the games, they're not involved with the tickets, and they have not been given yet instructions on how tickets will be available. So we all just need to keep our ears to the phone, and hopefully we can all get tickets in the next day or two. So I'm anxious to be there.
Yeah, for sure. Same here.
For sure.
Finish up.
So sorry.
Finish up.
Oh, finish up.
You can edit it, don't worry.
Okay. So thank you for joining us, guys, for both our captain Marc and also Commissioner Michael Lange for our first episode of the Ice Hockey Thailand podcast. Is there anything else we need to get into or discuss? Would like to get into or discuss before we wrap up for today?
No, thanks for having us. See you on January 9th back here at 8855 for the draft reveal and for our first game at Tiha on the 12th of January.
Be there, be square.
All right, thank you, guys. Also, always support our sponsors, 8855 Bar, Buddies Bar as well. Both easy to get to in Bangkok. Buddies has a bunch of locations. No matter where you are in the city, you can always find one. You can always find a Buddies nearby.
Yep, and thanks to Sedona Villas, Capone's Pizza, Stashaway, and our charity World Vision Thailand. So thank you all. Thanks,
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks for joining us.